Okay, so it is April 11th, and I'm going to go try to do a stealth camp. I'm gonna walk there, and we'll see. I literally just checked out this park today, and as always, I have the sun to my back. That's always interesting. So I'm kind of walking through my neighborhood. I wanted to drive, but if I park, it'll be, I'll be leaving my car in a park that isn't kind of an overnight parking place. So I'm not going to do that. It's not real far. It's only about, I don't know, using the cut through, it's actually pretty short. Maybe half a mile or so. It's really funny because I've lived near this park for 20 years and never had a clue like kind of how big and nice it is. I was going to hammock camp, but I've somehow managed to lose both my hammocks. Found the straps, but not the hammocks. So oops, don't know what that's about. I'm trying to keep the sun behind the camera for once. So yeah, I will pick you back up when I'm a little further down the road. So sun is supposed to set in about 30 minutes, so I'm not far at all now, but I was just sort of thinking, I really hope that sorry, my watch detected activity. It's like, oh, I've kind of been doing this for a minute, but okay. Well, hold on. I just started thinking about, how many late park goers there are, because it's Saturday, and so kind of hoping everybody went home or went out to the club or something. But yeah, that'll be a thing if there's a bunch of cars in the lot. There weren't a lot when I went there earlier, so hopefully that means people are not going to be here now. So we'll see how this goes. I'm actually pretty excited for this. It's really weird because I have technically stealth camped before when I was on my, on trips on my bicycle, but this feels like very different and kind of more clandestine. So a little bit riskier, especially given where I'm going to be. But anyways, I'm just some idiot walking down, talking to myself, walking down the street. So I am really hoping that this park has not got like a ton of people in it. That would really suck. Sorry, we're in this big old backpack. Oh, puppy. I know. All right, I'll talk to you a little bit further down. All right. Whew, I am here. So I'm really glad that I scoped out kind of tent and hammock, because I'd be pretty screwed if I hadn't. Over that way is houses, not super close, they're off in the distance that way. There's an airport somewhere over there. I don't know if it's actually legal for me to camp here, so otherwise I'd camp right up there. I mean, it's beautiful, flat. They come through here and kind of bushwhack it, I guess. Where I'm camping is actually down that way, but I'm walking the trail because there were two. Yeah, you're gonna hear airplanes, I guess. It's a small airport. But, you know, I guess I could fly anytime. Look at this. These big, beautiful spots. That one in particular. Well, I think I see houses right through there. Oh, I know what that is. That's a business. Earlier I was looking up there. Up there is the end of the, or somewhere near the end of a runway. I was gonna camp there, but that would be purely hammock, and that's not gonna work. Oh, I was saying something, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, no, can't remember what I was gonna say. So this area, I looked at a map earlier and talked to a guy. Apparently there's like a little loop, which is basically where I'm going to be staying. I don't want to get myself too far, and this very fit man said, I don't like to go, you know, airplane, airplane. This very fit dude saying, yeah, if I'm by myself, I don't like to go further past. And I was like, oh, okay. He goes, I mean, there's nothing bad there, but I just don't feel comfortable. I'm like, okay. I don't know what that means. So, anywho's what. So, get across this without breaking myself. But, yeah, 20 years I've lived near this place and never even realized what all was here. I'm really hoping that people don't night fly a lot. I do know that there's a training school, which is kind of repetitive. Anyways, there's flight training schools up there. And so, okay. Sorry, I didn't see the trail that goes back. I was like, oh shit, did I lose that? So I am hoping that they don't do a lot of big targeter. I'm hoping they don't do a lot of night flying tonight, as that would be disruptive to my beauty sleep. And as you can see in my face, I need it. All right. So apparently this area is somewhere that when the monarch butterflies migrate, they settle in this area. So I actually got a lot more time than I thought I would. Hell yeah. So for hammock camping, I found a spot down there, like right down there. It's kind of behind all that bushy stuff. But it's flat enough that I could get away with camping there. Since I don't have a hammock, so I'll be on the ground. And that will suck. So yeah, so this is the loop. You can see where it connects up here. And then apparently it keeps going on through. So yeah, there's that. But while I'm here and I've got a little bit of time, I could take, another 5-10 minutes to kind of look around. So I know I've got a spot. See if I don't find another kind of clear spot. It looks like people drive back here. I mean, maybe it's from the crews that do the weed whacking and stuff, but good God. Seems like there might be a spot back in there. Let's walk around it, see. Oh, it's gonna be like a huge opening over here. Never mind. It's interesting. Yeah, that's the end of the runway, huh? I wonder what I mean, it's pretty impressive that they mow all back in here. That would be a nice little spot. But it was like right there from the trail. So, and honestly, I hadn't gone back here, so I don't even know if there's like houses nearby or what. So I figure I'll walk down here and find out. Ooh, it's a lot cooler down right here. Trail's right there, so I'm just trying to find a spot that's at least semi sheltered from the trail and has some trees, because I actually need to, my setup requires some tie-off points. This wouldn't be bad, but let's go a little deeper. Okay. This is an amazing place. Okay, now it looks like there's a little trail here, which is not what I want to see. Let's see. Of course, that is a dead shot from the trail. Although, right here, that's not too shabby. Problem is, I don't know if right over there is where that trail is. Like, I'd want to be back in there. And that would shelter me from everybody. Maybe. Whew. Oh, see. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a huge building up there, which, interestingly, I am not concerned about at all because I know what it is. I just needed another tree. That is a dead-ass tree right there. Huh. God, this is a nice little spot, too. Huh. Maybe I am going to try to do some building. I probably shouldn't do that because there's I probably shouldn't do that. All right. What's up with all the dead trees back in here? It's so weird. Alright. Of course, that's dead. Now, this is dead as a post, but it's also bound up with that vine, so maybe it's not quite so dangerous. All right. I'm gonna turn this off and see if I can find a spot. As per usual, I forgot to start filming. I've chosen for over here because there is a dead tree over here that I am gonna tie to. Yes, I know it's not safe. What I'm going to do is build like a triangle tent. So I'm going to build a little triangle here, like a big pup tent. I hope that's the goal, at least. Now, my super stealthy ties, but you know, you do what you do. What you got. Oh, I forgot to get a toggle. Gotta have a toggle to do what I'm trying to do. Here is my toggle. Do as I say, not as I do. If you're wondering why I just kind of panicked, I heard sounds like a four-wheeler or something up there, so I want to make sure nobody was, you know, doing their job. Didn't do this one well. still going? Oh, it is. Well, I continue to forget toggles, so toggle. Well, toggle. This worked out in my head way better. That's okay. Apparently I'll be better ventilated. What happens if as you can tell, I have no idea what I'm doing. Nope. Toggle. I'm starting to run out of time here. Oops. We'll need another toggle. Oh, this is painful. I'm sure it's painful for you to watch, and it's painful for me to do. So. Okay. Okay, so the pegs, the ones that came with this tarp, are very sharp, very, very sharp. But this is my sleeping area, and apparently a peg has come out. Nope, it didn't come out. The thingy just came out of it. Sorry. I'm sure you've never seen a peg get put in before. All right. Oh, no. Okay. So maybe you haven't seen a peg get put in as badly as that. Ooh. Hopefully that will stay. So I've got my sleeping pad with me. I'm gonna pump that up. I'm very sure you don't want to watch that, so I'm gonna do a speed drill on that one. So got it aired up. Definitely getting darker now. But ooh, I don't know if you can see that airplane is landing. So I'm set up. I'm in here. Well, I'm not fully set up. I don't have my sleeping bag ready, but I'm close. You know. All right. All right. Sorry. I'm just kind of, I brought one of these with me so I can have some light. Oh, I forgot. I'll have some light in my tent thingy. I'll actually set that up now. Because you know what? A sleeping bag is easy to do. All right. Ow! Ooh, spooked myself. All right. So, that's nice. Could I run it back through? Yeah. But am I going to? No. Because look, that is actually kind of semi-stealthy. except for the part where they're just dangling out here at the ends. But you know, let's not complain about the good stuff. That's pretty awesome. Oh, water. I do believe I'm on a little bit of a slope, but that's okay. I can live with a little bit of a slope. All right, I will talk at you later. This has been fun. This is exciting. That's sort of my view. Now, I will tell you that the settings on my camera, this is looking way brighter to you than the actual existence. Because if you're seeing what I'm seeing on the screen, it looks like it's still daylight, and it is definitely not. There's a big building up here. Yeah, you can see it. It goes all the way over here. But I am behind this bunch of, that is all thorns, by the way. I am sincerely hoping I don't punch like 1,000 holes in my damn sleeping mat. But that's the 360. Again, tied off to this dead thing. I pushed on it. It's pretty solid. I don't know that it's going to be solid much longer, but over here I just grabbed a dead thing and then tied it off to that dead thing. That green is all thorns, which was super fun, which is why I used a toggle instead of trying to tie a knot. But yeah, this is kind of exciting. Like, this is cool. If you don't know what a Bradford pear is, and you don't know what a Bradford pear smells like, it's not a pear like a fruit, it's just the tree that's in the pear family. When it flowers, Google it, so that you can find out what that smells like. Because there is definitely some Bradford pears somewhere, because you can smell it. It's an interesting smell. This is my little twinkly lights. Thought I had just videoed this, but apparently I did not. That sucks. This is more at night, so you can kind of see that. I don't need the light, but I want you guys to be able to see something, because I am pretty confident that there is nobody in this damn park now. But I wanted to try to get a view, kind of what somebody might see if they were up in here. And that is what they could see. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. There is like a little bit of twinkly down in there, but nothing terrible. I'm actually going to walk further away. Well, I'm going to turn this off because you can't see anything anyway. So maybe that gives me some light on my face. I'm not worried about too much in here. The surrounding neighborhoods are pretty okay, and kind of industrial on one side, nothing that way. You can hear the airplanes. I don't know if it got recorded earlier, but earlier I had heard some noises that I was concerned about, kind of freaked out about, because I thought maybe it was like four-wheeler. Turns out it's like, oh, that's actually an airplane. It's all small airplanes up there, so not going to see much. Or I mean, they're not going to make as much noise as like jets or something like that. I did choose my spot with some intentionality. I'm gonna turn this around and show you. So out the back, which I know you can't see now, but you saw it earlier on the video, it's all thorns and downed trees on either side, cutting across anything that was even remotely open. I think it is kind of a deer trail, so it's wide enough for that, but nobody bumbling through here at night is gonna do that without making a truckload of noise. And I chose this over the other spot for this same thing, is that this way, I'm gonna turn on the light. You can see that there's down tree there, and there's actually another one behind it, and that gives a little bit more sort of protection. I mean, because it's wide open. This is not a closed tent. I'm praying there's not a lot of bugs because it's pretty cool out. It's supposed to get down in like the low 50s, maybe even upper 40s tonight. Got my sleeping bag, so should be all right as far as that goes. And again, I want to try to go to bed, because why not? It's early, but why not? Talk to you later. Okay, is that on? Yes. I know you can't see me. There was a very loud owl a little while ago, but I haven't heard from it since. And the airplanes are definitely active. So I'm really not worried about anybody being up in this park seeing me. In the morning, any morning walkers I'm a little more worried about. The temperature has dropped a lot, kind of more than I was expecting. The forecast is now calling for it to go down into like the mid 40s. Thought it was just going to be like low 50s. That does make a difference, because I didn't pack right for what I've got. So, whoops. I haven't actually checked the video to see if this light is helping be able to see me, but I feel like I'm in a studio. Hello, how are you? So I was hearing more critters earlier, not so much now, but it'll be a interesting morning, and I know I'm gonna have to pee in the middle of the night, and I'm gonna be so cold, but that's okay, I guess. I'll see you in the morning. Hopefully nothing major happens, but the planes keep landing, and so I kind of thought they'd be done by now. Well, you know what? It's not too late. It's after 9. So, anyways, because it doesn't have to be middle of the night to do a night flight for training. It just only has to be after sunset or something like that. I can't remember. I'd gone to get my pilot's license and then ran out of money. Anyways, I'll see you in the morning. Take care. Oh. Good morning. It's a terrible night's sleep. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It's a little before 6 a.m. I've gotten virtually no sleep. The temperature went down quite a lot more than I expected. So it's still quite dark. I am gonna get up though and start trying to pack up, see how that goes. Get out of here. Again, don't think anybody's gonna be rolling through here just yet because it's not even light yet. Anyways, I will see when I'm taking my walk home. Too dark for you guys to see anything, so I'll just see you later. Ooh, okay, nothing like discovering you have a bad battery, I think. 95%, and it said low battery and shutting off. It literally was saying 90%, 95%. Anyways, this is where we stayed. All cleaned up, no trace left behind. I didn't even cook. I had cooked before I came and ate. That's this huge kind of industrial structure there. Beautiful morning. Sun came up really quick. Well, I guess it hasn't come up, but it's coming up. It got much brighter, much faster. It didn't take me that long to tear down from the camp. So, sorry to wave you around there. So it is morning, and time to get out of here. All these things are thorns. It's lovely. So in the words of Kevin from Small Plots, goodbye Small Plots. Do I walk straight back up or do I cut through? Oh, cut through. Oh, here's a little trail. I'm going to guess it's a deer trail. The spot I was in must have been on a deer trail as well, because there was deer poop in the first part of it that I was going to camp in, and then there was deer poop in the part I was in, which is fine. You know, deer are pretty smart. If they liked it, I should like it too. No complaints. It is much cooler than I thought it was going to be. It's like, I think, low 40s, which is not a bad temperature. It's just when you didn't pack gloves and you didn't pack, well, at least some light gloves. I wouldn't need gloves. I hadn't come down this way, but you see where it's like mowed to be a circle, which is part of the monarch butterfly loop, and then the trail goes off that way for a couple of miles. Pretty cool thing. See, I cut myself up. Cut some other hand too. I don't know if you can see it on here. There's a big retaining wall. That's actually for the airport. Excuse my sinuses, they're kind of always a thing. It was really funny last night when I was like doing the deer in headlights freeze, because I was like, oh crap, there's like a four-wheeler on this trail, probably park police and turned out it was freaking airplanes. Missed the sizing of that one. Yeah, this is a nice little park. Trying to figure out where the first spot I had picked was. Somewhere back there, actually. That other trail is like right up there, literally right up that slope. Ooh. 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 God, I'm tired. I did not sleep at all. Every hour I was up. Can you see this green stuff? Actually, I'm going to go close to it. Maybe somebody can comment if they know what it is. Oh, son of a bucka. Okay. Pay attention where I'm walking. So, oh, deer poop. The deer in this area are very well hydrated because their poop is very, very wet. This stuff grows like crazy. It's always near water. There's a little stream like right over here. It always grows near the water, but it's not in the water. It's not in an area where I would say is super wet. It is a more moist area, but not like a drenched area. To be fair, it is drenched right now, right here. That's just because of dew in the morning. As I promised yesterday, it was not this wet. I don't know what it is. I do know that when I was looking at places to camp, as soon as I saw that, I was like, no thanks, because it does mean that the moisture levels are higher in that area, and that they're more likely to be bugs. There's one nice thing about being really chilly this morning is no bugs. Because I got a feeling where I was camped, warmer weather is going to be very, very buggy. And I did not bring a net. I actually have one. I bought a new thing. Oh shit. Shit. You can't see it. It's a deer all staring at me. I'm gonna try to get a picture with my phone. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to angle you guys up. Oh, my damn flash was on, scared him. What's up, Buck? Oh, that's cool. I wish I had a better camera, but I really don't need the weight, nor do I generally have the space on the kind of stuff I do. If you watch my channel at all, you know most of what I do is cycling and other stuff like that, so it's not really a great deal to have a bulky camera. I did look just to up my game a little bit, but didn't do it. So anyways, not to walk out of here. I'm not gonna name the park, but I cannot believe I've lived 20 years near this thing. And I mean, I knew it existed just because I'd driven past the sign for it, but only times I'd ever pulled in was this tiny little parking lot, and you know, kind of peeked over the guardrail, you know, where you could hike around, and it's like, yeah, okay, you know, kind of looks like nothing, which this is the part I would have seen. I think at the time that I looked, the trail was kind of grown up, and so I probably just didn't even see the trail. I don't remember seeing a trail other than the entrance. But anyways, now I know. I'm gonna actually probably bring my dog here and walk at some point. I'd love to have my dog camp with me, but she's a nut, and there is nothing she won't bark at, and so that's probably not the best bet. Somebody send animal control out to get the wild dog. Huh, I didn't see that yesterday either. I don't know if that's a deer trail or it's a little too beat in to be a deer trail. Watch me walk into like a homeless encampment. Unhousedment encampment. Oh, it's like fence. That's trippy. Oh, that's cool. I'm just making all kinds of little discoveries. Huh. They've planted and protected trees. That looks like a dead tree, but it's not dead. It's got buds up above. This is a little stream. This is cool. Hell, I've got to camp back here. For another time. And I farted. Huh. Our little journey of discovery this morning. Huh. Not seeing deer poop, which is weird because this would be a perfect place for deer. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, I could have totally camped back in here. By the way, they allow hunting back here during certain months. Yeah. There's a dead tree there. Alright, well. Pretty flowers. Pretty sure this is a dogwood. What tree is that? There's a maple. I don't know what this one is. Oh. Cool. I wonder if they planted these and are protecting them because of all the big dead ones. I mean, there's a load of dead trees back in here. I don't know why. They look like they died from drowning. Like the stream was super full or something for an extended period of time. But in the 20 years I've lived here, I've never seen that happen. So, I mean, flood, yes, but not extended period of time, like enough to kill trees. Anyways, it has been lovely. Thank you for coming with me. This was fun. This is my first, like, not forced stealth camp, and actually stealthy. I usually don't even try to hide. So I figure if the cops come by, I'll just be like, look, ran out of road. Well, ran out of energy on my bike. So look forward to seeing you for my New York adventure this year. Doing, I think it's like 1,100 miles, a little more, on the oh shit, what's it called? Empire State Trail. Look forward to seeing you. If I get a chance, maybe I'll do another one of these. That'll be fun. Bye.